Happy today. I am William Brown, and I forgot to put on my banner. So I'm going to put my banner on. And I can't see my banner. Um, I'll put that one on. Oh boy. Ugh. Happy today. I am William Brown from IamWilliamBrown.com. This is Disconnect to Connect One Word Conversations. Am I present right now or not? I am not present because this is not one word conversations. Oh, good Lord. Uh, where the question of the day is not who woke up, is where the hell are you, right? For those of you who are not awake yet and did not see that, I will appreciate when you watch the replay later if you if you find joy in that. So this is Happy Today Morning Reflections. I am William Brown. Wow. Oh, sometimes I get to a place where I am so um, committed to doing things, but I'm not present in what I'm doing. Oh, and that was just the moment there. That was the moment that I got to see that. So, yeah. The interesting thing about today's word um, on One Word Conversation is that it's a surprise. I've given my guests an opportunity to be surprised live on air with their word. And my guest today accepted that, accepted that challenge. And so they are up for getting a word live on air. So I have not decided. I have not decided what the word is yet, but I have a series of words that I'm going to pick. So yeah. So nature. We're going to look at nature today. Wow. Pride. There's some new things coming up that I haven't talked about. And change. So nature, pride, and change we're going to look at today. I picked a U card this morning, and the U card is you are unique. You are unique. So, how I'm going to look at what comes up for me when I see nature, pride, and change. Let's see what numbers. So 74, 11, 12, 31, um, 31, 36. 9 shows up again. So 9 is again. So when my friend Melissa comes on, I'll let her know that 9 is showing up again today. mm. Who woke up today? The question is, why is that important to recognize who woke up today? Who woke up today is it's not an indication of what's going on with you, right? Um, um, I it's kind of interesting. I also wake up with songs, in my head. Um, and I make it mean something, and I don't make it mean something. And I there's a part of me that doesn't want to mention what song I woke up with. It's an old song. It's an '80s song. It is an Air Supply song, and it's "I'm All Out of Love." I've never heard. I mean, I know that song, but that has not been a song that's been on my radar, and so I'm I'm interested. I'm intrigued to what that song means and why it was going through my head, and just kind of go from there. So yeah, you are unique. Nature, and look at nature, pride, and change. The one thing for me that's coming up with pride is that I've mentioned a number of times that I don't ask for help. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that's about. And pride can show up two ways. You're prideful. I don't need anything. You know, I can do this on my own. All that other kind of stuff. I really there's something that I've noticed in my speaking, in my language, that I really don't know where it's come from or, in some cases, what it truly means. And I don't know if you've caught it, but it shows up when I'm explaining something. So I explain, I'm, I start explaining something or I start saying something. And instead of like continue to explain it all, I will say, and all that other kind of stuff. And it's like, who says that? But me. And I've said that. I was watching an interview with someone, and they said it. It's almost like yada yada yada. Not wanting to explain, but letting you know that there's a lot of stuff that's in between all that communication. But I'm trying to realize, or I'm trying to kind of understand when I actually did that. When I actually did that. When I started actually using that. So, yeah. What's that all about? So I'm going to do some little inquiry on it, but it's just fascinating how sayings get caught, how you get caught up in that. And so, it's my way of being succinct, but also it's my way of really saying something without saying anything. So I am going to, now that I'm present for it, I, I want to figure out how I can not say that. So, yeah. The, yeah, really embracing that and what that means. Really embracing that and what that means. So, um, yeah, I'm doubling up on some work that I didn't finish yesterday, and I'm getting out some emails first thing this morning as soon as I get off the reflections today, because you know I'm just tired of saying that I'm going to send it, and I don't. There was some changes that I wanted to make on my website that I wasn't able to see how to change. I had access to it, but there was a button or there's something that I've changed in the past that I haven't been able to see. It hasn't been that easy. Wasn't so I'm like missing something. So yeah. So I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated with that. So I need to check and see that. Make some changes around that and just kind of go from there. Make some changes on my LinkedIn page. Really gone after, making some connections there. Nature. I can honestly say I have not been walking outside with that intention in mind. I've been outside in a number of months, but I have not like gone for a walk just to the park or just being in nature. So it's interesting that I haven't been out in. I want to say a few months. Yeah, I want to say at least 3 months. At least 3 months. And I'm not going to include. So I'm not going to include my time of traveling to Portland and all that other kind of stuff, because that wasn't what nature in mind. That was just to get from one place to another. So yeah, I feel compelled to kind of do that. And change. Look, change is something that's showing up for me that is constant. That it happens no matter if I participate in it. But there are some things that I am not contributing. I am not participating in the process of change. And that is something that I'm going to do today. It might be as simple as I'm going to clean up, put some things away, see some change in my surroundings. So I'm not going to transform it, but there's definitely something that I want to see the difference. Yeah. Hmm. I really want to get some inquiry on something. Give me a quick second. That is fun, right? Oh, so let's look at pride. Look at how pride is showing up. The affirmation with pride is, I admit my mistakes and improve my quality of life. I admit my mistakes and improve my quality in life. I know I was about to say yikes there, but there's a part of me that really, I'm still deciding if it's a mistake or not. I spend time in nature and align myself with Source. That's what I'm being asked to do today. Source, with God, with why I exist. The only way that I can truly use the word source is I rely on that source, right? If I really acknowledge that source, it's not just, I just got an image of a phone charger. A phone charger, that's not the source of the power to, the device, right? The source is electricity. The source is the outlet. The outlet through the electricity through that. That's the source. Connecting to source. There is something that needs to get done to connect to source. And so I can acknowledge where the source is, but if I don't connect to it, I don't get the power from the source. And I think, nature, meditation, ways that I use to connect to God, to source, to what I believe gives me power. The fact that there's a disconnect from nature for me is that there's a part of me who does not believe that that is my source or that connects me to source. So, I need to, acknowledge that, right? So, what is your source? Is it nature? Is it nature? And how does nature connect you? How long do you how long did it take for you to get connected? There is some people that believe that you have to run your battery down completely, like in your phone. You have to take it all the way down to nothing and then connect it. And that mentality, I think that's how it shows up in my life. It's like I run myself down to like empty before I like get recharged and find that. I mean, it's either in my eating or in my, all the levels, right? My spirit, body, soul. I wait until I'm like depleted to a place of exhaustion and weariness before I do that. And I don't think that's working. There are many times that I use, huh, I wonder if this is the way that I use my phone, right, when it's plugged in. I use my source because I use my phone because it's plugged in. And so, is that the best time to use your phone? Is that the best time to do your work when you're plugged in? Finding that time when you're plugged in. What does that mean for you? How does that look? There's an invitation to use nature. But if you don't see nature as your source, as your way of connecting to source, as your way of connecting to your source, there's not a commitment to that. So What is your connection point? What is your connection point? I am unique. You are unique. Can we also embrace that we uniquely connect to Source, to God? I don't want you to get hung up on language here. Hmm. Hmm. How can we uniquely connect to the divine, to Source, to our strength? I just got the song. I don't know if you know the song, My Help. My help, all of my help. It is interesting because pride, the way pride showed up today, is I will admit my mistakes. I will admit my mistakes. And I wonder what it said. I don't want to say, I will ask for help. Oh, I will admit to mistakes and improve my quality of life. I will admit to my mistakes. What is a mistake that you need to admit to change the quality of your life? What is a mistake that you can admit that will change and improve the quality of your life? That is worth inquiry today. Hmm. You know, the first thing that came to mind, I will admit my mistake of believing that I still need to be perfect or close to perfect. I don't even know what I call it, but it's just on the road to perfect, whatever that is. So it's like, oh yeah, I'm not perfect, but there is still this strive to perfection that causes me to not have a quality in my life that I'm asking for. Yeah, I'll admit that. See how that shows up in my life today. The, yeah. So there's an invitation to go out in nature to connect to Source, right? But beyond that, the invitation is to find your unique way to connect to Source, to God. It's beyond the prayer. It's beyond the prayer. It feels like that. So however you determine that for yourself, but it feels like it's beyond the prayer. Breathe that in. I just realized that there is some soul breathing that I was invited to do that I haven't been doing, so that I will be doing today. I may do a video of it and share it on the Happy Today page. So, yeah, embrace that. Yeah, I feel like I'm done today. I'm complete today. I'm not done. I feel like I will be adding to something that is complete. It's like overdoing it. So as this day continues, it is my prayer. It is my prayer that we embrace that we are unique and there are unique ways that we connect to God or to our source, whatever we believe that that is. And it may be nature, and that we become aware of pride and where pride is getting in the way of having an improved and quality of life. Just be aware. Just be aware of where pride is showing up and is affecting your quality of life. And that you embrace the change and you participate in the change. That's the other thing that my prayer for us is to participate in the change. Don't just allow change to happen, because change is happening if we participate or not. But have a participation in your change today. Today on One More Conversation, it is, I don't know what it's all about either. I am going to be sharing a word live on air, so my guest doesn't know. And I know there's a list of words, and so I'm not going to say. So I would invite you to be with that word, the word that I will pick today, live on the show today. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll embrace that. So I become present to my fears and disappointment of my past, and acknowledge the hopes and anxieties of my future. And I become present that when I'm present, I am grateful and I get access to happy today. That is my prayer for you, is that you become present and grateful for every moment that you are aware of. Because there's many moments that we're not aware of. They just come and go so quickly. But when we become present and become aware of a moment, find the happy, find the gratitude, find the gratefulness, so you can have your happy today. Blessings, my friend. Blessings.